a compilation from Chris Hayes' program last night. And it's not even a broad compilation. It's just a little bit of, there's a couple of cuts in here that if Ivanka and Donald Jr. and the rest of them want to someday commit their father and deem him legally incapacitated, I suspect that they may actually use as a major piece of evidence to submit to a court if they were looking for, a magistrate to sign off on the incompetency form or whatever it is. This is Donald Trump in Puerto Rico, in a country, in an island with a colony, essentially, an occupied territory of 1.5 million American citizens who do not have drinking water, more who don't have electricity. I mean, untold amounts of damage in terms of houses. And this is what he has to say.
In Las Vegas tomorrow, but today he visited Puerto Rico to tour the hurricane-ravaged island and meet with residents and local officials who've been begging for help for more than a week. This is what they got at the first event after the president landed.
Brock Long has been through a lot. Brock has been unbelievable. Your governor has been, who I didn't know. I heard very good things about him. He's not even from my party, and he started right at the beginning appreciating what we did. Right from the beginning.
Pause it for 1 second. The governor is sitting next to him, realizing that this guy stands between my territory getting perhaps maybe drinking water or not. And so I'm going to sit here and pretend like I don't think he's crazy. And as the event goes on, this round table they're sitting at, it becomes clearer and clearer that it's just his eyes are popping out of his socket. He can't believe how crazy Donald Trump is. And you notice that Donald Trump said just dial it back a little bit. You can hear him stumble over what we did. He wanted to say what I did. Trump said, he really is appreciative for what we did. Go.
Has been, who I didn't know. I heard very good things about him. He's not even from my party, and he started right at the beginning appreciating what we did. Right from the beginning, this governor did not play politics. He didn't play it at all. He was saying it like it was, and he was giving us the highest grades. So Congresswoman Jennifer Gonzalez Colon, who I've watched the other day, and she was saying such nice things about all of the people that have worked so hard. I saw those comments, and everybody saw those comments, and we really appreciate it. And I also want to thank Linda McMahon, small business. She has done an incredible job, built a great company with her husband, Vince McMahon. We want to thank you, Linda, very much.
Look how
Mick
gracious I'm
Mulvaney
being so gracious.
Right there, and Mick is in charge of a thing called budget. Now, I hate to tell you, Puerto Rico, but you've thrown our budget a little out of whack because we've spent a lot of money on Puerto Rico, and that's fine.
The guy is making jokes about the fact that this huge, massive, ongoing disaster, it's costing us a little money. I spent a little bit more on this project than I wanted, but it turned out great. The bathtub looks beautiful. The Bazaza tile in the bathrooms look great. I know you spent a little more than we wanted to, but okay. I mean, that's exactly
saving some lives.
Guy has no idea what context he's in.
It's a little thing called budget. Ever heard of it?
Go, and that's fine. We've saved a lot of lives. If you look at every death is a horror, but if you look at a real catastrophe like Katrina, and you look at the tremendous hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that died. Now, what is your death count as of this moment? 17?
16 certified.
16 people certified. 16 people versus in the thousands. You can be very proud of all of your people, all of our people working together.
I mean,
He's
like a real tragedy like Katrina. I mean, it's just the guy doesn't have normal ability to function. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is just sheer lunacy.
There isn't much else to say, but I mean, look, it's not nearly as bad as this, but even in Harvey, he went to Texas and he was like, it's a lot of rainfall. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yep.
And then of course there was isn't this a great crowd?
Yep.
Which is you'd expect from him because he's totally demented with stuff like that. But he was getting excited like a kid watching a movie about the amount of rain.
Yeah. No, there's something really off, and of course the problem for Puerto Rico, in part, obviously the hurricane is the major problem, and the pounding they have taken from hedge funders and people who have leveraged that territory, and the Jones Act and all of these things. But the most immediate problem is that Donald Trump has no reason to care about Puerto Rico other than the fact that he was shamed. And you could see that is clearly resonated with him, because he's like, it's not my Katrina. Katrina was bad. This is fine.
But George W., not a great president.
Not a great president.
And his brother was a loser, and everybody thought he would beat me, but he didn't. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
It just turns into... And I would have beat Hillary if 3 million of you people didn't vote illegally.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos